Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Live from the Closet podcast. We're back again, answering life's hardest questions. This week, we're going to be talking about millennials, because I'm pretty sure we're all millennials, and Justin just turned 21. So it makes the topic at least a little bit relevant.
Kinda.
Yes, and...
I don't think Justin's a millennial, though. I think we're barely millennials. But before we get started into that, my name's Bri, and I'm dead inside.
My name's Matt, and I'm maybe dead inside sometimes.
I'm Justin, and I've been dead inside.
Oh yeah, that was my thing last time. I'm already dead inside. Because Bri said something else the other times. Damn, I messed up my intro. We gotta redo it.
I don't remember.
Hey, my name's Matt, and I'm dead. And we're all gonna die today.
Triggered.
Zombies.
Is the 20th anniversary of Columbine.
I did see that the other day.
It's also Hitler's birthday.
There was some... Sweet.
Shout
Shout out to my boy on the other side.
420 blaze it.
Oh my god. Let's not. Okay, but did you see that? Now that I'm going to go completely off topic, there was a woman who was threatening a bunch of schools. A woman from Miami, and then she killed herself.
Yeah, she was obsessed with Columbine, all the shooters.
And then she was in Colorado, and then they found her dead in her room she was staying in.
Interesting.
Crazy. People idolize shooters. Yeah. It's really fucking
just
weird.
Like you never mind. I didn't say it. Don't look at me like that.
Okay, let's get back on topic before I end up divorcing Matt before we even get married.
You took us off topic.
I'm getting out of here. See you guys.
You guys are taking us off topic. I'm trying to get us back on topic.
Okay. Well, millennials. So, I looked up. A millennial is technically... I cannot find a clear answer. But they're saying born 19... No, that's not right. That was baby boomers. 1981 to 1996.
So then, we make the cut. Justin doesn't.
So, Justin's technically a Gen Zer, which means he eats Tide Pods.
Oh, yeah. I love Tide Pods.
Tide Pods are pretty good.
Gotta get the downy ones.
They really should. They shouldn't make them look good. They look delicious.
They look good.
It's like those blue ice packs where I'm like, that's blue raspberry. I want to open it up and drink it.
Yeah, like you look at a Tide Pod and you're like, fuck, what flavor is this?
That's fruit punch, dude.
The flavor is death, but...
Like after a baseball game, they bring you one of those ice packs that are blue and you're just like,
yeah, they look delicious.
Drink this. And they're like, no, that's for your arm.
Oh, like, dude, that looks like an icy. I want it.
Bring that bitch open.
Wow, maybe millennials are dumb.
But we're also joking. Like, we're gonna joke about it, but we're not doing it.
Yeah, true. But as kids, we were close. We were like, wow, that's really good blue looking. That's blue drink right there.
I just don't see how people could be like, oh, this is going to be a good idea. Though.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them did. I think they did
it's like the
just
cinnamon challenge.
I think people just did it to get attention.
Yeah, they do it for like attention and clout.
Or for like to be funny.
I feel like that's what like millennials are like all about.
Or they do it ironically, and it's kind of like ironically that they do it.
Yeah. It's a really weird thing, because I think the people who are I don't think anybody's eating Tide Pods anymore, but the people who were doing it, I think they knew, like, this is really stupid.
Unless they were like 7. And then it was just like, watch your kid.
Yeah. And they were just like, this is going to be really funny because everybody has wanted to eat a Tide Pod. And that's why people click on the videos as well, because they're like, what happens when you eat a Tide Pod? Because those look good. You
fucking die is what happens.
You get sick.
But like millennials, they're like starting to like drink and like do drugs and stuff like that at like a very young age even now.
Yeah, but you remember like the 70s and the 80s, there's like weed and then LSD, cocaine.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, I hardly even heard of, like, people, like, drinking in high school, and now I hear of, like, kids, like, smoking weed in, like, middle school.
I remember, like, a lot of kids drinking
like,
in middle school and high school.
Really?
From our grade, I feel like there was kids drinking in, like, middle school.
Same.
My grade, no one really started until, like,
I mean, like,
junior or senior.
Not anything else that I know of, but there was kids drinking, like, really young, I remember.
Yeah. I think kids are not growing up because, I mean, in the 40s or 50s, you left school when you were 12 and, like, took care of a farm.
And then had a beer with your dad.
Yeah, but I think kids are mentally growing up, not in like a mature way though. Mm-hmm. Like they watch YouTubers and they see on TV that these people are partying and doing drugs, whatever, and they want to do it because they feel like they're grown up because they're so we're so exposed to everything now that it's very, like, I couldn't imagine growing up in a world that's so connected. Because we did not have that when we were kids. We did not have Twitter.
No. It was like when we were like 14.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
Maybe even younger, but like we weren't using it. I didn't even get a phone until I was 13, and it wasn't a smartphone.
Yeah, I had a flip phone when I was 13.
Yeah.
I think I had a phone when I was 13 or 14.
I don't think I had a phone until I was like 15.
I had one of those slide open
I
bad
used my
boys.
iPod to text.
Justin
for,
is
the longest time.
Justin had a flip phone, and he was the best person I've ever witnessed at typing on a flip phone.
Oh yeah.
You could type fast as I could on like an iPhone.
I can type faster on my flip phone than I can on my iPhone, and I probably still could.
I can't type on a touchscreen.
Oh, see,
And my fingers are small. I hit the wrong keys. Every time I try to hit space, I hit period.
Yeah. I have to look at it or I can't type. But on those other ones, I could be doing
I know. I remember
anything.
typing so fast on those little physical keyboards.
Oh yeah, my parents wouldn't buy me an iPhone or a smartphone in general, so I had an Envy Touch until I was in college.
I had one of those slide open, it was like red LG, I think, and it slid open sideways. It had two different screens. Well, no, it didn't have two different screens. The screen would just it was like a screen with the keyboard beside it, and when you slid it open, the screen would just turn sideways. Yeah, the little
phones
screen.
were cool.
Like
Phones were cool. We're getting back to that now. Yeah. We're getting back to folding smartphones now.
But they're trash, apparently, because they keep breaking.
I think, like 6 different reviewers I've seen had theirs break because there's like a film that's actually part of the screen that's supposed to... Because the way folding smartphones work, they have foldable LCDs under them. Is it LCDs? Yeah, I think it's an LCD screen. I don't know what I'm talking about. But they have a plastic screen because they fold. They can't have a glass screen. So since plastic scratch is easier, you have to put that film, I guess, over it. And obviously it just looks like a screen cover. So people are trying to pull them off because it peels off and you make it halfway and then your phone stops working. And some people don't even pull them off on purpose. You get one little nick in that cover, or if it just starts getting, because it's like a cover, it starts to peel in the corners and stuff for people, and they've only had them for a day and they started to peel. And as soon as it does, the phone just stops working.
I know. I don't think foldable phones are that cool. Not the ones that are coming out where they kind of fold into a tablet, but I did the slide phones because it was just such a cool thing to slide it open and text and then clip it shut.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Phones are cool. That era of the beginning of phones evolving was one of the coolest periods because I remember having a chocolate. An LG chocolate, I think it was.
It's flipped open weird.
Yeah.
And they were really tall, weren't they?
Yeah, they were tall and skinny. Tall. They were kind of like a Juke almost, but a little wider.
That's why the new folding phones are so interesting, though. Even though, most of the ones from, the first generation are going to suck and they haven't really found the purpose yet, phones haven't changed in so long. They've changed, but they haven't changed. They're basically all have looked like the iPhones. The first iPhone. They've perfected it. Samsung started making the bezel smaller, and everyone else started making the bezel smaller, and then people started moving buttons to different places, getting rid of the buttons on the front altogether. It's kind of they're finally making a big change again.
I came up with a great idea the other day.
Okay, I want to hear your idea.
Lay it on us. Okay. Shark Tank.
Okay.
Millennial Shark Tank.
I'm not that great at throwing pitches, but here's the thing. You know how they're trying to get rid of all the ports, on everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And their next step is to take out the charging port, and then all you're gonna have is that thing to put your phone down on.
Okay.
The wireless charging.
Yeah.
The thing you have. But the problem with that is people are pissed off because then they can't charge it and do stuff at the same time. So why can't they just put something like that in here that's a magnet, and then have a little wireless thing that you could plug into the wall, and then all it has to do is snap onto the magnet in the back, and then it could charge it that way.
So basically,
it would
it's a wireless. Wait, so it's a wireless connector that plugs in.
Yeah, it would just connect magnetically. That way.
You could pick it up and use it.
That's
really
could still pick it up and use it without it having to be plugged.
It's basically a wireless charger already, but smaller and magnetic, so it just sticks to the back of your phone.
Yeah, and it's not a huge disc.
And as long as it's not...
And then you could still use your phone. You don't have to have the port, and then people won't be
Yes, I'm sure they can do it as long as you have the metal in the right spot. Because magnets really aren't that much of it. People make magnets seem like they're way more dangerous to technology than they are. You have to have a really strong magnet to destroy something with a magnet.
Why not?
If you swipe a magnet over your phone, nothing's gonna happen unless you have serious magnets.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, but I also think if they haven't done it yet, because we've had the circle charging plates, I feel, for a while now. That there might be like a technological reason that they can't do it, but it's a good idea.
With smartwatches, they do magnetic. Some smartwatches, I mean, you obviously still have to leave it on its thing, but I know that they snap to it when you sit them on it. They are magnetically connected when they wirelessly charge. Like, you'll sit them on their little platform and they'll just, like, click in magnetically to it. So I think it's possible. I just think they haven't really had enough reason to do it yet, maybe.
Yeah.
We gotta patent it. Patent the idea.
Okay, Shark Tank.
We have absolutely no means of the for the resources to actually make them.
That's why we go to Shark Tank.
Shout out to Mark Cuban.
Hit us up, dog.
Oh, Lord.
I follow you on Twitter.
I think I do, too.
I don't.
I might. He owns the Mavericks, right?
Yep.
I will follow him on Twitter. So,
oh my God.
We got a little off topic there.
No, that's okay, because
idea.
that's like the whole millennial generation. Our whole thing is technology. We went from
We're creative.
We went from minimum technology to like this.
Yeah. Because we are such a weird generation where the generation before ours had like no technology, and the generation after us grew up with technology. Like, my niece is just turned 10, and she has not lived in a world without Twitter.
Yeah, when we
Twitter
were
was
really
made in
little, we started
2006.
out with like CDs, cassette tapes, and VHS tapes.
Yeah, and we
went,
had the transition to DVD.
Within like 5 or 6 years of being alive, we went to DVDs.
Yeah.
and then everything else.
My 3-year-old niece knows how to use a smartphone now.
Yeah.
It's like, geez.
It's like, I hand my 4-year-old nephew an iPad and he knows what to do with it. And I barely knew how to type on a computer. Like, I
Kids
didn't even
learn
know.
a lot faster now.
I think they do, and it's because of technology.
It's just they don't sometimes learn the right things.
Yeah.
I saw an amazing meme that perfectly described my life the other day. It was like me making fun of my mom for not being able to use Google Chrome or something, and the very next like picture below it was me Googling how to boil an egg.
Yeah. Yeah. I think our generation became, because you can YouTube anything. Like, I remember my roommate in college, her car battery died, and we YouTubed how to jumpstart her car.
Yeah, we're so reliant on that now. People
Yeah.
did not have that before. You can learn so many horrible things and so many amazing things on YouTube.
Yeah, you can use, I don't know, it's such a powerful tool. And
dangerous.
dangerous.
You probably learn how to cook crack on YouTube. I guarantee someone somehow has not had their video removed.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
For educational purposes only.
Yeah, because then it's allowed. It's allowed. Just some chemist doing it.
So that they're doing it in a safe manner, at least.
Yeah. What are your first kind of memories of technology?
Of technology?
Like,
I don't know.
being introduced to it in a big way. I don't know. What I'm thinking is, like, the first time I really remember using computers a lot is in school in
first grade or kindergarten in the computer lab, I remember.
We always played those games with the pigs, and like it was like
oh
driving and
yeah, it was a math game. Those, or I had my 4th grade teacher. If we got like 100 on our spelling test, we would get little green tickets, and if you saved up 10 green tickets, you got 10 minutes of computer time.
Damn.
And that 10 minutes was spent playing the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody game on DisneyChannel.com, which was the greatest game ever made.
I just feel like we always had some sort of technology, because my dad played games and stuff, so we had like the Sega, and we each had a Game Boy. Those were so it was like really young when we started.
I mean, yeah, but I mean like.
Those are pretty advanced for the time. Game Boy was pretty advanced for the time. That was a Nintendo in your hands.
I feel like I had no idea what I was doing at the time, though. Like,
no, I don't know. I didn't beat a game until I was like 14.
And now I wish like I would go back and play those games just so I could understand it.
That's what I've been doing.
But now
that's why I collect old games now.
Now these younger kids actually know how to beat games, and they're better at it than people our age.
You know, I just realized
you can't hear mine.
You turned your thing around. You turned your thing around. Justin's talking to the back of the mic for the first 10 minutes. So you could probably barely hear him.
You could still hear me.
And he's like the quietest one.
Look how much louder he is now, though.
We'll adjust it. Matt will adjust it.
Yeah, we'll fix. I don't know how much you'll be able to hear him, but it's probably not going to sound the best.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Okay.
We fixed it now.
Okay, so we talked about technology.
But the first time I remember using computers was probably our one at home, because we did have this old computer, and my brother room, I remember, and we used to play like PC games, like the backyard baseball games and stuff like that.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
And
I remember that one.
remember the Hot Wheels game we had? I think we had some sort of Hot Wheels game. I can never find which Hot Wheels game that was.
Neither can I.
I've looked it up. I've never seen another Hot Wheels game that looks like it. But it was an amazing game where you just raced Hot Wheels cars
like
on tracks.
On tracks, and like
and you would like
in,
jump
like,
and stuff.
And you were actually like in like a bedroom. And
Yeah.
You'd be like on the floor, and you go like under the bed, hit like a jump, be on top of the bed. Like it was awesome.
It was so cool.
We didn't have a computer until I was older.
We had that one when I was younger, and then we didn't have like an actual like nicer computer because that's all we could do was play those games. We couldn't. I don't think we even had internet back then. And then we had like dial up when my mom got her like Windows Vista, that red laptop that she had that we all had to share. And then Ryan broke it. But let's not get on
we've
that.
had dinosaur computers at my house for the longest time until recently.
I don't know.
It is
Can't
crazy to
relate.
think that we did have like we didn't really use computers. Like I use my computer so much now. I didn't have my own computer until I was like 15 or 16. Like I think maybe the year before we started dating, my mom got me one for Christmas.
I got a laptop for Christmas, I think, when I was a sophomore in high school. I think. But it was like a
same
really
here.
crappy.
Same.
Yeah, it was like a really crappy one.
That's crazy to think about with how much I use it now that I literally just never used it and now I spend like all day on my computer playing games.
Yeah.
Same with phones.
Oh, yeah.
Even I don't even like to be on my phone that much, I feel like, but I'm always on it.
I am.
And
I'm
I used to
addicted to
never be
social
on my
media.
phone. I know.
I,
I know.
I know it. And you know what? I'm fine with it. Like,
You've accepted it. You've
I've
embraced
accepted it. I really like Twitter. Twitter makes me feel okay because
Twitter's the one I don't like.
Twitter is like the only social
Twitter's the only
media
one I like.
I truly enjoy.
I followed a bunch of
Facebook makes
people
me
I like
angry.
and stuff and a bunch of like things I like and I just never saw anything interesting on my Twitter.
Oh, mine's full of memes and people like hating their lives, and it just makes me feel good because I'm like, oh wow, there's people like me out there.
That's how I feel.
I don't know. I like
Twitter's
Instagram and Facebook. Like people kind of ruined Facebook.
Twitter's like
but
the dark social media.
It is.
Well, I follow enough weird people on Facebook. Like, I get to see so many people post amazing memes that they just read. There's people on my Facebook that just share and repost memes all day. So I think that's why my Facebook feed is pretty good.
See, my Facebook is mostly family that I don't want.
Yeah, but there's some funny stuff there too, you know. There's like some crazy racist posts and stuff.
Oh
and it's
no,
hilarious.
I have a cousin. She's pretty calm now, but she is the most outrageous person I've ever known in my life, and the thing she posts is hilarious.
You get white trash drama on
Yeah,
Facebook.
it's white trash. I mean, that's great, but like I'm not. I feel like I go through Twitter and I'm sad when there's nothing new. On Facebook, I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Facebook, there's always something new.
Instagram,
got,
I just don't
400
care
friends
about.
on there. Come on.
Awkward pause.
Sorry, I had to make sure that the thing was still running well.
Awkward sauce.
I didn't want to mess it up. I
think
can
what
edit it
else.
out.
What about TVs? Like they used to be so big in
TVs,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
like the craziest part about that is I think my mom's actually had a flat screen for like a decent amount of time at least, but at my dad's house, like I think he just got a flat screen TV maybe like 2 years ago, a year ago.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna do that meme. Here's the motherfucking tea.
Please don't do that. I don't like that meme. I don't like that meme.
Yeah, that's an awful meme. But I think TV is kind of obsolete at this point as well.
Cable.
Oh yeah, cable.
Not
yeah,
TVs.
yeah, because TVs are pretty much I'm gonna stream YouTube to it, or I'm gonna watch Netflix on it.
That's true. I feel like
Or
there's a lot of
Hulu.
older people that still watch television though.
Oh yeah, my
Most
dad.
people our age though, that I know, like at work and stuff, or like they're so, like I mean, most people I work with aren't even around my age. They're like 30 or like upper 20s. No one has cable anymore. A lot of people just don't. Most people getting homes and stuff now, it's not worth it. They're just like, I'll just get internet and get Netflix. Like, sure, I can't watch my shows like as they come out, but I'll watch them in the summer or something, like whenever they're off season and they come out on Netflix
Yeah,
or Hulu.
there's just no reason to pay $200 for cable in this day and age, which is crazy because we were talking about this the other day about Netflix. How Netflix used to mail you DVDs.
Yeah, and it was even like I don't even know if it was popular back then. I remember the commercials all the time,
Yeah.
but it just used to ship you DVDs, and then they quickly were like, hey, we're going to be a streaming service. And
everybody was chill with it.
But I think everyone was like, no, that's never going to work.
Yeah.
And then they did it, and like the public was like, hey, this is awesome.
You used to have to download it, I think. You would have to download the shows you wanted.
Probably.
I can't remember. It was something like that.
It is crazy though. Things changed fast. And things have kind of like sat similar for a while, I feel like, but I feel like things are changing a lot more soon. Like,
yeah, things are changing quicker. I think we might, like right now, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but things are at a stale point, I feel. I feel like everything between 2000 and like 2015, I want to say, everything was happening so rapidly and changing so quickly, and now we've kind of been like, I don't remember anything super life-changing within the last 5 years.
Yeah, well...
in technology or the way we live.
We're still making really big changes, I think. I think they're just not as visually, like, apparent anymore. Because, yeah, we're making big strides, but things already look so good that it's not... You know what I mean? Because it's like something... We'll do something amazing that was really hard to do, but, like, it's not much different from what we already did, visibly. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, with games, like, the biggest thing with games was the new cards that Nvidia came out with, where it went from, like, hey, let's get the best graphics possible, which we pretty much are already... We're not at that yet, but we're, like, at really realistic-looking graphics. And they were like, hey, let's make the lighting more realistic. So they made that crazy ray tracing.
Yeah,
so, like, it just... basically sends beams in and it bounces off of everywhere and it determines where shadows and light are supposed to be. So it doesn't actually change how the game looks graphically, really, but it makes the game look 10 times better because it makes it look real, because the lighting had to all be like statically like done, or like even if it was dynamic, they had to like physically go in there and do it. Now there's just like hardware that does that. It can just render that when you tell it what to do. It just renders that dynamically so that, I don't know, like wherever you have the light coming from, it just automatically can make the shadows and everything and the reflections, and it looks amazing.
I don't know technology.
Yeah, I don't know a ton of it. That's why I'm just like, to me, while that might be super like
it's super
amazing and complex and like a huge stride in gaming, I don't consider that something along the lines.
Yeah,
no, I like gaming.
Fuck gaming, Matt.
I just to me that doesn't matter to me. I'm thinking about things like the transition from a flip phone to the first iPhone.
I'm thinking,
or an MP3 player to an iPod.
I'm thinking like going to space.
But any sort of strive in technology, like that
Shut you down. Shut you down hard, Justin.
Come on, Elon Musk.
But what I'm saying is
we'll get you on the show. Come to the closet.
Just that architecture being made for graphics cards, that could have an effect on something like that. You never know with technology. Like, things that are completely unrelated to something else end up being used in other things all the time.
And I'm sure, like, that's true. But to me, not what I consider it.
I consider it pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. But that's...
You're not amazing.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Personally attacked.
You are being personally attacked.
I'm...
We took a picture of a fucking black hole like 2 weeks ago. It actually happened like last year, I'm pretty sure, but they just got the picture. Oh yeah, they definitely heard that.
My basic white bitchiness went through.
I'm sure it did. They took a picture of a fucking black hole.
And that's amazing. That's a huge stride.
You said nothing happened.
I forgot that happened, honestly.
And the thing that blew my mind yesterday was that picture is of that black hole 55 million years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
Because of the way, like, light works, and it's sending its image, like, us seeing it something that far away, technically that was 55 million years ago, apparently.
It takes forever
for that light to travel.
Back.
When I saw that, I was like, my mind is like, I don't even know what to do right now. That blows my mind. That's incredible.
That is. And it was done by a woman.
Well, it was done by a whole team of people.
The woman made the code, right? That's what she did? I think so.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
There was a woman that was part of the team for sure. She was the one.
I think
she was the one who took the picture of, like, it was like thousands of gigabytes, or maybe millions of gigabytes of data it took to take that picture.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she led that team, and that's why it was a huge deal for women in science. But okay, not new topic.
What about the guy? Oh, sorry, you can go.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was gonna talk about the awesome guy. I can't remember what his name is. You know, the guy that is always in space playing the guitar and stuff.
Elon Musk.
No. What's his name? They call him something.
I can't remember.
Do you know who I mean?
I've seen videos.
He's got kind of like grayish hair. He's always like playing the guitar in space and doing different experiments from the space station.
I'll Google him.
I don't know why I brought him up. I thought of him when I thought of space. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They call him Uncle something, I thought, or something like that.
Sam.
Uncle Sam.
Chris Hadfield is his name. And he did it.
I swear I heard someone say hello.
George was trying to talk to me in there. I didn't know I was
Frig off, George.
Wait, I'll apologize to him.
George.
What was
Sorry,
the guy's name?
George. Chris Hadfield.
What was his nickname, though? He has a nickname.
Oh, let me bring it
We
back
need to
up.
know. Even though this has nothing to do with technology. Well, it does. He's always in space at the space station. But did you know he's at the bottom of the ocean now in a submarine? I saw a video on Facebook or something the other day. I don't know what it's from, but he was shaking up. If you shake up like a can of soda while you're under the water that far and open it, nothing happens.
Because
It doesn't explode.
pressure.
Yeah.
He's a Canadian astronaut.
He's got some sort of nickname. And all the comments were really funny because they were like, do you fucking hate the surface that much? Because he's like, every video, like he's always at the space station or at the bottom of the ocean or something.
I wonder like how his body can withstand all of that, like pressure changes and stuff. If he's constantly up and down.
I don't know. Like, it has to mess with you to some extent.
That's what
They've
I'm
talked
saying.
about it having, like damaging people before.
I don't think he has a nickname.
Okay. It's okay. I thought they called him something. I swear they call him something. But it's okay. Let's get back to Justin's topic of space. Technology and space.
Technology.
Elon
and
Musk.
Space. Elon
I want a
Musk.
Tesla so bad, but I got
So
that
do
into my
I.
head.
I wanted a Tesla since I was like,
Like, if I say it's just, like, fuck
12.
my life and, like, don't ever buy anything, I could afford one. Technically.
Elon Musk. Elon Musk has a dirty mind, though.
yeah, the cars spell out sexy because sex sells.
But
But
it says sexy, and it's not like, fuck. Like, it's not that inappropriate.
Subliminal
I think-
messages.
I think it's cool.
I'm saying.
I didn't realize that
It's a
they're all
good-
not
it's a good
that
marketing
expensive. Like, they're all
idea,
expensive, but
honestly.
none of them are like...
Oh no, I saw like it's a well.
like, most
the
of them are under
roadsters are.
Okay, yeah, but like the X and the Y and the 3 and the S,
The 3,
they're all
yeah.
like under $100,000. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I thought they were like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Most of the cars.
I'd get one if there was like actual places in our area where you could actually like
Yeah,
charge it.
Yeah, the place we live is kind of a shithole.
Altoona has them, but Indiana has
Yeah.
one, and it's at the hotel.
Yeah, Altoona
and you
just
have to
put them
be-
in at Sheets, like the mega Sheets. They have about 8 superchargers, and I have never seen a Tesla at any of them. There is one Tesla I've seen in Altoona.
Well, that's good
I
though.
mean,
That
I
means
think
if we
it's
get
good.
one, we can charge it without having to wait.
If they start and they like, I don't know. I think if they make like a Tesla, it's like maybe 20,000.
If the Model 3 ever actually hits
You know what I mean?
35, we're past our wedding. We already have our house. We've saved up for a year for a down payment. I'm buying one.
If they make a little cheap one for like just average Joes.
That's what the
that
3.
was supposed to be, but
That's-
it's still
How much was it?
35 is
30
what it's supposed to be, and it's still 39, I think, or
They
40.
need to bring that price down.
That's because of production.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
That's-
haven't mastered it. But it only takes a week to get one delivered to you now. They've caught up on production.
Yeah.
I remember before they were behind by like a year, and they
Yeah.
changed the way they do it and caught up in like weeks or something.
Yeah, they shut down production for like a month, I want to say.
Yeah.
And they figured it out, which is great. But I've wanted a Tesla for so long. I've driven one.
I know, maybe you want one now though.
I want
That's a
one really
problem.
bad.
Because if I
Yeah.
get one, you're gonna hate me.
Or one of
Well, we
those
can
new,
share it.
one of those new Lambos that came out. The,
See,
SUV ones.
Lamborghini is like too much for me.
SUV Lambos.
That's way too expensive though.
I know they are.
I have
I'm just
never
saying
been
they look
impressed
nice.
by a Lamborghini or a Ferrari because I'm just like, they're like a
Alfa-
Matchbox car.
I like Alfa Romeos, and those are only like
I'll admit, I like
Those are like
Lamborghinis. I
BMW,
think the look of Lamborghinis is nice.
Mercedes quality.
I'm not really a car person, and there's not a lot of cars that I'm like, wow, that looks nice. But I think Lamborghinis look really cool.
I think they look
Some of them.
cool, but I don't
There's
want to
some.
drive one. Like, I've never been like,
I don't
man,
think I
want
want to
to
drive one.
it.
I would always be afraid of someone hitting it on purpose or just like attacking you for it. Like people just
I don't
scream at
care.
random people and stuff. Like I don't want that attention.
I'd be more
That's just
afraid
not
of just
me.
like cops pulling you over just as like oh,
Don't get those windows tinted.
You were speeding or you were doing this just because you're in like a nice car.
We're talking about Lamborghinis now, but
And we are so off topic.
it's okay though.
Hey,
I
but
like
that's
the
what all
technology
those social
topic.
media stars have, and that's what kids look up to.
See,
So
Tesla has a
millennials
lot to
look
do.
up
That's like Tesla's going to be one of the big things in the future if it doesn't fail. It's not doing the best most of the time, but he's trying. He's
yeah,
trying.
if Elon can get his shit together,
He's
I
at least
think.
trying to do something good. People are fighting it because people are afraid of losing jobs and stuff. People don't understand that
It'll open up
even though
other
we're
jobs,
going,
Mm-hmm.
people are like, electricity's just as bad because you have to make electricity by doing all these things. But they like, he's also promoting, like, he makes solar panels and stuff.
Yeah.
He's trying to get away from those things. I think even he understands, like, you can't just get rid of them instantly, but people are like so
against.
defensive.
Yeah.
People are afraid of change.
Especially, we live in an old coal mining town, and people still coal mine in other areas close to us.
Yeah, which
Many
I
of the people
understand.
who
Like,
still
people
live
are afraid
here.
of losing their jobs.
Yeah, especially since coal miners make bank. My brother-in-law is a coal miner.
Yeah.
He makes good money doing it.
And I think that there's going to be a lot more, like, you need people to maintain solar, especially
Yeah.
when you make, like, the kind of things that he, like, tries to, like, offer people and stuff. He tries to offer, like, these huge, like, solar panel, like, plants and stuff. These huge, like, fields and fields of solar panels to, like, power entire countries. Like, that's going to take a lot of people to maintain.
Yeah.
It might not take as many people, and that's one of the problems, but, I mean, we have to do something eventually.
And
Yeah.
then we're gonna colonize Mars. So
One day, maybe.
yeah, we are.
Haven't white people colonized enough?
Yeah.
No,
That's Britain.
we have to take
The
over
U.S. is
Mars
doing it now.
so-
We've
Yeah.
never colonized, have we? We're too new. We've colonized. Just
I mean,
not
we
as-
colonized
I
the
mean, we have,
United
like,
States.
I mean, we have Puerto Rico, too.
Yeah.
World War III
I don't know if we
is going to be
colonized them.
caused by the race to Mars.
The race to Mars.
Yeah.
I could see it.
I mean, we run the first race to the moon, so, you know,
Yeah.
no big deal.
Fuck you, Russia.
No, Russia, we love you.
Yeah, please don't hurt us.
You have good hockey league.
You do.
Come to the
KHL is
closet,
lit.
Putin. We'll have you on the show.
I thought you said come out of the closet. He's going to have to
Well,
after
he's
he
gonna
comes
have
in,
to
and we're
if
going to be
he
like,
comes
we've trapped you. You can't leave now.
Okay, can we kind of reel it somewhere?
Wait, we're having fun, okay? That's what makes it more enjoyable.
This
Okay.
is supposed to be about millennials. I don't even know what this is
Okay,
about now.
so let's.
Elon Musk is loved by the millennials.
True. He is our Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Millennial Jesus.
I would love to put solar panels on a house. It's just
Yeah.
hard to find a house cheap enough that's viable. Because you can put them on your mortgage through Tesla. But it's not viable in most people's
We
situations.
also live in Pennsylvania, and
Hey, a lot of the houses we've looked at have like 90% solar potential,
okay.
which is surprising. But yeah.
Too bad everybody buys them before we can even look at them,
Yeah, there's not many houses in our area.
and bitches keep buying them before Matt and I
That's
can look
happened
at
like 3
them.
times now where we're supposed to go look at a house. We go to look at, we book it like the week it's listed. So like there's only 1 or 2 people that view it before us probably.
And they're like,
And
"We're
then
getting
the
it."
day we're supposed to get it, we get a text message like, "Hey, they just let me know they sold it last night." And we're like, "Okay." Like
What
these-
the
how
frick?
are people looking at a house one time, not getting it inspected, not taking a second look and just buying it like blindly?
Because they're probably in the same situation that you guys are in.
They're probably like, "People keep
But
buying
when-
houses more for us. We want it." And then they get it and then it's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, this place floods. This place."
I think Matt and I are just being too smart about buying a house.
Nah,
Maybe.
it's
'Cause we're
best to be
looking at
safe in the
You gotta
long
be kind
run.
of
Yeah.
smart.
So
We're trying to not have to buy another place again.
Yeah,
If
this
it comes down to it and we have to buy another place again or something, then yeah, maybe we'll get like a cheaper place, but we're not wanting to do that.
Yeah, we want a forever
when
home.
are we buying our zoo?
I don't know. Yeah, we have to make sure there's at least enough room on the property or a house next door because that's our plan.
Yeah, we've
Mm.
talked
Talking
about
of
I've
it
heard.
since we
millennials,
were like
that's our
6.
plan since like 6. That
Yeah, we were
I
gonna
don't know
own a
why that
zoo.
was our game plan. We had absolutely no ambition to have real jobs. We were like, we're gonna have an animal sanctuary and
Yeah.
live next door to each
We're
other.
gonna prepare for the flood.
Yes, we're gonna have an animal
I mean, you already look like Jesus. I know that was Moses, but
This is the day.
no, it was not Moses. It was Noah.
Noah.
It was
Noah's
Noah.
Ark. We're gonna have Justin and Matt's Ark.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, what? What would our ship name be? Oh, that works perfectly. This is a
Jet.
literal ship. Just Matt.
Just
Jet.
Just Matt. Just Matt.
The SS Coachella.
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 Oh my gosh, can
Coachella.
that be our wedding hashtag?
Hashtag
Coachella.
Coachella.
Coachella. I've already said I want our child to be named Sally Sells C.
Never in my life.
Sally
Over my
sells
dead body.
Because then their
You
name
better
is
hope
Sally
I'm
Sells
on
Seashell.
so many drugs.
Sally sells seashell.
Sally sells seashell.
That'd be an awesome name for a kid. They wouldn't get made fun of at all.
No, they'd be.
They definitely
awesome.
would.
They'd be a god.
That kid
a
would
goddess.
commit suicide before they were 4.
Oh, don't say
Yeah.
that. Let's not bring up child suicide.
Sorry, but you can't name a kid that.
So that was our game plan. Justin and I were gonna own an animal sanctuary and live next door to each other. That didn't happen.
And Steve Irwin.
Not yet.
Steve Irwin was gonna live with us too.
Well, yeah, he fucked that up though, didn't
Yeah, nice going.
he? Let's go with Steve.
Don't say that about Steve.
We were waiting for you, Steve. We're still waiting for you, Steve. He's on the island with Michael and Elvis.
And Tupac.
Yeah, and Tupac Shaker.
Tupac Shaker.
2-pack shaker.
We're still off topic, but I love it. We got way more entertaining when we got off topic.
Happy 420 to everyone.
Yeah,
out
happy
there.
420, everybody.
Oh my god, did you see the Pizza Hut ad?
What?
They had brownies for $4.20 today.
Oh my
but
God.
the ad for it was like it blew in green smoke and like lit up 420.
Well, that's
They put
like
weed in their brownies today.
that's like Insomnia Cookies in Indiana was doing like a free cookie day or one you get like buy so many get one free or something
my
for
gosh.
420.
It's just I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
All I know is
Snoop Dogg.
Space is cool.
Let me find what's
Has everybody seen the new Little Dicky video?
No,
Nope.
not yet.
It's got 30 different
heard
people in
it's
it, I think.
crazy,
It has like
though,
Justin
yeah.
Bieber and Ariana Grande.
Oh
And
my gosh, I love Ariana Grande.
can we play it on here? Is that illegal?
That's
No, you're
cool.
allowed to react to things, right?
No.
No, they
Half of
both
YouTube
claim
is
it.
more than half of YouTube is reaction
They
channels.
get claimed.
No, they don't. Not reaction channels. Only if you're like famous do you get claimed. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we're nobody.
They claim people with 2 subscribers all the time. We have to play this
Something
video
we have
now.
none.
Maybe if I put it in the middle, you can't hear it that well in it, and you'll just hear everyone's reactions. We need a guy like Ian has. We need George here.
Yeah, because I've been addicted to H3H3 podcast.
We need George over here with a laptop just pulling things up for us.
As climate change continues to yield record temperatures.
Justin, are you watching? Come on. You can probably hear it in the video, but it's okay. Maybe you won't be able to hear enough for us to get claimed.
Shut up, dude.
It's called Earth.
Pick it up, dork!
What did you just say?
I said pick it up, dork! Hey, are you little Dicky?
Yeah. Hello.
Yo, little Dicky,
Hello.
my brother thinks you suck.
Okay, your brother probably sucks. Look at how you turned out. You're a rat. Your whole household is probably completely mismanaged.
Damn.
Hey, suck my butt, little Dicky.
Suck your butt? How about you take that perfectly round head and suck my butt? How about that?
Hey, police! You're trying to eat our butt!
He trying to eat our butt. I like how all of his like music videos now are like movies. Like, they're always so intricate. It's the Earth.
What up, world? It's your boy. Just one of the guys down here.
It's your boy.
It's your... Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Scares here.
And just wanted to, for the sake of all of us, Earthlings out there.
Whoever he has do his animations in all these too is amazing.
That's what I thought.
This reminds me of a Disney movie.
I know, it's really well animated. I think Lil Yachty's in this too, even.
Oh my gosh, love Little Yummy.
I think he's HPV in this. I'm not even kidding. Wait till you see it.
Little Yachty and Kyle came
this
out
is
with a new song.
The Beeb.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh. Right, that's your girl.
That is my number one.
Your girl, Dad. Wait for Lil Jon. You're gonna love the Lil Jon, Justin.
Lil Jon.
Just wait.
Yeah, yo.
It's real soon.
Okay.
I knew you'd appreciate it. That was Lil Jon. It's been long enough, right? We can forgive him. That water.
Very cool video. Not too fan of the song.
I love it.
Why not? It's about the Earth.
Downloaded.
It's just too auto-tuned.
That's every Little Dicky song.
Yeah, I'm not a Little Dicky fan. So.
You're not a Little Dicker?
No.
I am. He's really good at rapping.
Does he have a fan like group name?
I don't know.
Little Dickers. The Dickers.
Dickers.
Dicks.
Dicks. The Dicks.
The Dicks. The rapping is good. I just don't think the singing is good. He has like an Eminem complex.
I just love the shot of him like hugging the Earth in space.
Did you ever watch the pillow talking video?
Yes. That was really good too.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes
It's the animation
long,
too. The brain.
So long, yeah. Brain is some other shit right now. Happy Earth Day. Soon to be.
It's the 22nd.
Yeah. It's on Monday.
Come on, everybody. I know we're not all the same, but we're living on the same Earth.
Is that why I made this song around this time?
What?
For Earth Day?
What?
Is that why I made this song?
Yeah. Kind of.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, there's so many people out there who don't think global warming's a real thing. You know, we gotta save this planet. We're being stupid.
Unless we get our shit together now.
Guys, everybody look into whatever the fuck Leonardo DiCaprio is always pushing. Because I feel like that guy knows more about the Earth and how we're fucking it up than anybody. Like, if aliens did come,
That's who it's for. It's all going to Leonardo DiCaprio's foundation.
come along with the streams and the sail of the sun going right into the Earth. Let's raise some money for charity. Any words, Leo?
This might be my favorite song ever. It's awesome.
Wow. Thanks, Leo.
Brendan Urie.
That's everybody. It's 30 people, I think, or something.
Dang.
Oh wait, we can't sing it.
Honestly,
was
everybody, scientists
beautiful.
are saying that we have about 12 years to turn this environmental crisis around or we're screwed.
Yeah, we're
What do you
screwed.
say? You guys want to save the world? Of course you do. Go to the website, learn how we're going to do it.
Yeah, it was all for like a foundation.
It's never gonna happen.
It was all for Leonardo DiCaprio's foundation.
It's never gonna happen because there's gonna be like 8 billion people in the world, and then you need like at least probably like 5 billion people to like all work together to make an impact. Honestly,
I mean, anything helps, at least a little bit.
I know, but
You need,
I feel like not enough people participate. You know what I mean?
No, but
It's
that's the
very
only way I think you can get
Even
people
if
to
like
participate
100
is by
million,
participating
even if like
in
100
things.
million people participate, that's still like
That slows it though.
such a
lot.
small percentage of people in the world.
There's just so many naysayers as well.
Yeah, people are
Just
stupid.
spreading that global warming doesn't exist when it's one of like the most agreed upon topics by scientists. Is that
Yeah,
global?
obviously we're doing something wrong, like,
And-
and people are like, no, we're not.
People will be like, global warming doesn't exist because it's warm outside or it's cold outside, and
That's
it's
not how
like
it fucking works.
it's-
It's overall average,
Yeah.
not.
it's
We
cold
still had a
for
really
4
cold
months.
summer. I mean, really cold winter. So global warming can't be real.
And they think it's gonna fuck up a lot of like political shit now too because of like the ice bridge that connected Russia with like Canada or whatever. Since it's like melting now, a lot of ships are gonna be able to go through there instead
Yeah.
of going through these like canals and other shit. So Russia or like who's gonna like take like
Yeah.
ownership of it because no one's owned it or anything.
Yeah, no one's used
So
it.
now they don't know who.
Is there oil there?
Uh-oh.
Honestly,
You
a
hear the
joke.
eagle. You hear the eagle.
Screeching.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh
So,
my
yeah,
god.
that's what World War III is gonna be caused by. It's gonna be
Probably.
global warming.
People are stupid. People always fight.
a
It
lot
never
of
makes
things.
sense. There's never a real reason.
I don't know. It's stupid. Then like 10 years later, they're like, "Well, why'd we do that?"
Yeah, what do we do that for?
It's like, come on now, think about it.
Come on now, y'all. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's so much stuff like that happening now. It used to be like, I don't know. It used to be like people just stuck in their old ways, not willing to accept new things. But now people are like reverting back to old things. Like people are like, Earth is flat. It's like people haven't thought that for hundreds of years. Like nobody has
More
thought.
than hundreds.
I mean, like, but there were still more
Yeah.
people back then that thought that. Like, it's
Yeah.
been like a long time since the majority of people
Century.
agreed upon that.
The Earth is flat. We're in a bubble.
Logan
Dome.
Paul agrees.
We're in a dome. Hillary Clinton said something about a dome or something one time, and everyone took it as the Earth is flat and there's a dome and we can't get out of it.
Did
Like
you
the
hear?
Hunger Games.
Like,
Did you? There is. I learned this. I stumbled upon someone's Facebook page one day, looking at like some crazy comment I saw on Facebook, and I ended up somewhere I never wanted to be. It was some dude posting crazy conspiracy theories, but then telling people, don't post conspiracies on my page that aren't based on facts or aren't based on like serious research. And he's a flat earther. After that, I found out, and he drinks his own urine. I found out just looking at some guy's Facebook page, but. I learned from looking at that Facebook page, there's one group that even flat earthers find crazy. There's a thing called concave earthers that think that the earth is concave. Does that even, like, how do you even think that?
it's concave.
Yeah.
So like we're inside.
Yeah, like, goes down. Like, I don't even know. Like, what?
Well, there's people that believe that there's also like a world inside the Earth. Like it's not filled with like lava or anything like that.
We've
Like,
gone pretty far down there. It's
yeah,
just,
Yeah.
I know, but they're
rock.
saying
Is it like a Horden Here's a Who thing? Where
no, I swear, like
Just a bunch of-
there's- yeah, and then there's like green people.
green people. Why are they green?
I don't know. Apparently they've.
That happened in Gears
Apparently
of
there's
War.
people that
Hey,
have seen them before.
Gears of
though.
War.
I don't know.
there's locusts down there, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's just people that have been living down there too long, and they turned into that.
I think that's a testament to the age that we're in, where you can believe anything and you will find a group of people who believe the same thing
I
as
mean,
you.
as long as it's on the internet.
Yeah, we became a lot more accepting, and in
We're so
some
gullible.
situations we've become too accepting.
I don't
and
think
let
people
things like this happen.
accept flat earthers or even
Well,
like
someone does.
anti-vax.
Yeah.
It's just that they now have a way to communicate with
know.
other flat earthers so they don't feel crazy, because they can be on a Facebook group and be like, there's 2
but those
million
people are
people who like
accepting
this page and like die because they feel the same as I do. And
Right.
my opinion isn't wrong.
I think we should throw a bunch of flat earthers.
But like, I think
On-
people really do just like let them. Like, people are like accepting it.
We should
because
just take them to space.
we should.
Come on, Elon.
They won't believe it though. They'll believe like,
No.
oh, you're
Come
just
on, Elon
projecting
Musk.
that.
Yeah,
Let's-
you can't read
They have
it.
an
ship-
excuse for everything.
We'll ship all the fucking flat earthers to Mars. They can colonize there, and then they can look at Earth and
They have an excuse for
see
everything.
the circle.
They won't believe it. They'll be like,
Yeah.
you're just projecting this from Mars up into the sky so we see it. Like, they have an excuse
Yeah.
for everything.
It'll be like,
Yeah.
we didn't actually travel. This was all VR simulation.
yeah, they literally have an
motherfuckers.
excuse for everything.
We're still on Earth.
You know,
Yeah.
you're making me think we need to get Alex Jones on the podcast.
Yes, Alex Jones.
I don't know who that is.
Please
You know who
come
Alex
on.
Jones from
Alex
InfoWars.
Jones, awesome.
I don't know
crazy
what
hyper
info
He was on
was.
Joe Rogan's podcast before too.
Multiple times. Joe has showed me. I literally talked to you about this at
He
like
talks about how
11 in the morning.
the CIA and the
It's earlier than
FBI
that.
take drugs like DMT and acid and marijuana to
That's another
have,
interesting thing we need to
have
talk about now.
interdimensional meetings.
Wait, I think we need to fill Brian on DMT because she doesn't know what DMT is. DMT is the thing released by your brain whenever you die.
Yeah.
It makes you see a bunch of crazy shit. Everyone who has ever taken it claims to see aliens.
Yeah, like they say you feel like you're just sitting like in the couch, and then the next thing you know, you're just like shot out of a cannon into like another world.
Oh.
Everyone sees the same thing for some reason when they take it.
And they
It's
always
really
say
weird.
that these things they can't understand them, but they can like can't hear what they're actually saying, but they can still understand what they're saying. Yeah,
We've kind of turned into the Joe Rogan podcast now. We're just stealing his
it's
content.
awesome.
We're just stealing his content.
No.
But that doesn't he do it a bunch? Joe told me that he does it. That Joe Rogan does DMT.
Like does DMT? Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of people that have done it. That and, like,
It's not
acid
illegal,
and
is it?
stuff.
DMT?
Oh yeah,
It is?
It's illegal.
Joe told me it wasn't legal and that you can get it because it's.
No, it's illegal. The only psychedelic you can get that's legal is
Why you know?
is I'm trying to think of what
I
it's
thought
called.
DMT wasn't illegal for some reason because
I think
it's
it's called
literally a
salt.
chemical from your body.
I think it's called salvia or something like that. But you can actually grow it and shit. But they say it's like they say you have like super bad trips on it.
Are you looking up DMT, Bri?
Probably shouldn't.
No, that's okay.
Crazy.
It's weird.
And they say you feel like you've been gone for like hours, but it's really your high only lasts for like 20 to 30 minutes, if that.
Yeah, I for some reason learned this all from Justin and Joe. Mainly Joe. Joe brings it up like every time I see him now. He loves the Joe Rogan podcast so much.
I know,
He's
that's
obsessed
awesome.
with it.
It's a common ritualistic practice in some
yeah,
regions
use it
in
in
South
ayahuasca.
America.
Ayahuasca. They make tea out of it. But they make them drink.
But how do you get it
They
if it's
make
from the
them-
brain? Or do you get it from other things too?
It's in plants and stuff
Okay,
too.
okay. I was like, I was like, it's scaring me. Like, are they fucking sacrificing people to get it?
But here's what they do with that ayahuasca, which it's just like a tea. They make you drink like tobacco spit, pretty much. It's like a juice.
Ew.
They make you throw up so that you have nothing in your body, and then you drink it, and then you just go like crazy.
That's not good.
Yeah, but they have like ceremonies and shit. Like they try to keep people calm. But I just watched. It was something on a YouTube video the other day in a podcast where some guy was talking about how like he tried killing himself and shit at one of those.
Oh,
That's why I can't do drugs. Is I know the second, not that I want to, but I know that's how I would act, and I would take
I'd
it
do it.
awful.
Fuck it. You only live once.
That'd be the last thing I did, probably.
Doing DMT.
If you're gonna do it, you might as
Seeing the
well,
little
you know.
green people.
Yeah. I'd be like,
Okay.
can you just keep me here, guys?
You guys want to chill?
Don't send me back.
Damn, we got the whole way to DMT.
Hell yeah.
We took a trip.
We took a trip. We're about
took a
to.
trip.
Okay.
We're taking a trip.
Yeah, we took a metaphorical trip. We're all clean Christian kids here, minus the Christian.
I think we can probably be done with the podcast, huh? 52 minutes.
Holy
We're
shit.
gonna have to
Oh
edit
wait, we
this
have
one a
to
ton.
recommend something.
Black Summer on Netflix.
Watched it.
Oh,
Fantastic. I would recommend it as well. It is a much more realistic zombie show than The Walking Dead, I think.
I just started
It is
watching
very
I'm
like
only,
chaotic the entire time.
I'm only,
Everybody's
like-
always
yeah,
out to
that's what I
get
liked
you or
about
hiding
it.
from people.
Yeah, because I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in right now, and it's really good so far.
I love The Walking Dead, but The Walking Dead I feel like is a lot more
There's too
unrealistic.
much-
There's no one around in The Walking
Yeah.
Dead. There's way less people in
Yeah.
The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
It gets boring, I feel like.
there are like boring like stretches.
That's why I never got into it.
And this show like actually gave everyone's backstory of how they came together, and like barely any of them make
Yeah.
it.
It's awesome.
It was really good.
I'd recommend The Act on Hulu.
The act is really good too. It's a really interesting story.
It is, and it's based on a true story. So pretty much, this mother convinces her daughter that she is mentally ill and physically ill, both.
Yeah, I think both.
And she has her in a wheelchair from the time she's really little, and convinces her that even though she can walk, that if she continues to walk, she's gonna get more sick. She has a feeding tube and everything.
and she's not sick at all. Has
She's
nothing
not
wrong with
sick,
her.
nothing wrong.
And then I can't spoil it.
Yeah, we're not gonna spoil it.
It's a real
but
story.
that a
so it's not
movie?
like you can.
It's a TV show,
I feel like I saw a movie. that was
Gypsy
like that.
Rose.
Gypsy Rose is her name.
Yeah, she's
There was
in
a-
jail.
Is there a movie based on it?
There might be.
I
I'm
think
not
there
sure.
was like a documentary on like ID Channel or something about it.
I swear
Yeah.
I saw a movie recently. It, was
It
something
could
like
have.
that.
I'm not even sure, but I know like this
Should I have
isn't
my
a
own
new story.
recommendation? I don't know if I have a recommendation. I think mine was going to be Black Summer too because I loved that.
Well, we got 2 recommendations for Black Summer.
Yeah, we'll just double down on that
Double
one.
down.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm dead.
I'm dead inside.
And I'm dead all the time.